Hello Stampers, this is Annette from AE Stamps Latte, and today I just wanted to show you a couple alternative projects you can make with the October Paper Pumpkin, which is Friends of a Feather paper pumpkin. Okay, so here's the directions of the projects that you get. So you would be making 4 of these right here with this really pretty feather die cut. And the accent is fresh fig, and then these other larger cards that are made out of crumb cake, and they're really nice. But I don't know if you need to have that many. Maybe you'll give them away as a gift, but I like to do alternatives, and so I'm going to show you a couple alternative ideas, trying to stick mostly with what's in the kit, but adding a few other elements that you may have at home. So let's get started. Okay, so in the card kit, you get 4 of these, and it's a trifold, and there's that really pretty decorative feather top with these adorable envelopes. I just love the colors of this. This is Cajun Craze and Fresh Fig. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did for an alternative. I mean, this is really cool that you open it like this. So yeah, I'm going to make a few of those, but you can also cut this off and then you'll be able to make 2 cards. So that's what I did. So I cut this piece off right here, and I just made a note card like this. I added a 1 inch by 3 1/4 inch piece of Grapefruit Grove to pull out the colors in this that is in your kit. And I stamped Get Well and Fresh Fig, and then I added the feather, which is in Cajun Craze, and then this leaf that's just Fresh Fig, and then just a couple of the copper sequins, and then the twine. So a very cute and easy Get Well card, and I stamped a couple feathers on the inside with those colors to match that envelope. So perfect for when you just want to send a quick note to somebody that's under the weather. Then with the piece that I cut off here, I created a brand new card. Since we used this card, we needed to actually make a card. So what I did was I pulled out a couple colors very similar to this. That was my inspiration because purple and orange go very well together. And so I layered it onto Grapefruit Grove, and then the card base is Fresh Fig. So it's not a true 5.5 by 4 1/4 card. It's a little skinnier. So what I ended up doing was taking a half a sheet of the 8.5 by 11 and cutting it at 8.5 by 5.5. And then I put it back in my trimmer and I cut off a 1/2 inch off one side so that this dimension was 8 inches by 5.5 for my card base. And then with that strip that I had left over, I didn't waste it. As you can see, I used it on my actual card right here. So this turns out to be 4 inches wide by 5.5. And then I had some white baker's twine, which I think lots of people have white, or some kind of white ribbon that you could put here. And then I popped this up with dimensionals. I did use my stitched oval framelits. And I just love how this stamp set fits in there just perfectly. So here's the stamp. And it fits just perfectly in the oval. It also fits perfectly here. And also on the envelope itself, which I have decorated with it here. So to keep that theme going like that. And then I added a couple rhinestones. So this one I made into a sympathy card because I do make sympathy cards. And that's what the inside looks like. So that's my second alternative idea for you. Now the third one is with the crumb cake one. And this one is longer. It's not your true card that we would be making at with the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, so it's longer. So it's so pretty, but it's also big, and I wanted to try something different. So I ended up cutting this at the width of a regular card, which is 4.5. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you right now. So you could do, I'm going to open it so I don't hurt my cutter. So the width would be 4.25 right there. Maybe you can't see that, but I have it on there. And I'm just going to cut that piece off. So now I have this piece that will fit in a card. And so I'm going to make a pocket card out of this. And in the kit you have ribbon. And instead of putting glue or glue dots along here, you can take the ribbon that comes in the kit and you can wrap it around the card. And see how this one is actually kind of short, because there's not a whole heck of a lot of ribbon in there. So you want to use this, you know, a smaller piece, and you can for the pocket card. All you have to do is put sticky strip on these two pieces right here to secure it. You won't need anything in the back, and then that will keep your pocket closed, because then this is what I did with it right here. So the ribbon is only secure in the front right here and right here, and then I added all the elements that came in the kit, except I changed the sentiment right here. And this one happens to be Happy Birthday Gorgeous, the Hip Hip Hooray, and I embossed it in copper. And then I have a little pocket right here. So the dimensions are 4.25 wide, or actually, yeah, 4.25 wide, and this is 4 inches. So it's almost a square, not quite, for this. And so when you pull this out, I made a little pocket also for this in case you want to put something in there, which I did, and I'll show you in a minute. And the dimensions of this is 4 inches wide by 5.25, and then I scored at 4.25. So this is 4.25, and then scored, so you have this little 1-inch pocket that'll go back into your card. And so you have this leftover piece. Now we're going to talk about this leftover piece. Well, I didn't want to waste that, so I have a bunch of empty gift cards that I have here, and I put it in here. And as you can see from this side, there's a little bit of room there for that at 1/2 inch. So you use that, and then you can just move it down to 1/2 inch. Which is about right there. Don't use your cutter. Okay. And even though you have this score line here, that's going to be in the back. So now we have our new score line, which goes like this. And then this is going to go in here like that. So we want to cut off this so that you have this nice little gift card. And so you can cut off about 1 inch. Or maybe not 1 inch. I don't know what it is actually now that I'm doing this. Yeah, it is 1 inch. Okay. So now we're going to take and cut off 1 inch. Nope, not 1 inch. 3/4 of 1 inch. And then you can put your gift card in here, and then you'll have one. And maybe it wasn't. Sorry, I don't have the dimensions. I will put the proper dimensions on my blog. But anyways, okay, so you have this, and this is the way that I decorated it with what was given in there. Again, I used the Happy Birthday Gorgeous to do that. And then I just put some sticky strip in here to hold it. And then you can just place it in your pocket of your card. You write your sentiment here. And then you stick it back in there, and voila, you have a birthday pocket card that will fit in a regular size envelope. Okay, so that was my third idea for you. And then the fourth one, it really is not a new idea. I basically took the large feather, and yes, I do like Grapefruit Grove, but I also really like this scallop. So all I did was flip this over and use the white side. So I just wanted to show you that you can change up the colors if you don't like the colors, if they're too strong for you. And I made a basic, just a note card. Here I embossed the sentiment in copper and added copper accents with the white. Sometimes 3 colors can get busy for me, especially 4. So I usually try to work with 2 to 3 colors max, but for this, just this one kind of highlights it. So those are my alternative projects to share with you, and I will share the dimensions of that pocket card again on my blog. Thank you.